Hey, what is up everyone? This is PvT-Mitten's and I'm going to be doing my pickup video for September of 2019. This is going to be paused, cut because I know I have to get stuff and I'm disorganized at the moment because, as you can see, I slept on the couch because my cousin was over, Magic's pre-release, and I've played a lot of card games this last 2 weeks, so yeah. So it's a lot of weird shit, but I'll start off with the poster that I did say last week that I did have that I just didn't laminate. I was away getting laminated, so it is here. So without further ado, let us actually begin. So hopefully this actually comes out well on the camera. So as I said, it's a Legend of Zelda poster. Yes, the fucking flare is ridiculous, but as you can see, it's different links, all of them but the Breath of the Wild one, so that's a bonus for me because I hate Breath of the Wild. So yeah, that's that there if you want to sort of, without the flare, pause that. But yeah, as I said last video, I did have this, and I'd show you in the next video. So that's going up on the other room. I have another poster which was bought this month. This was $10. This is a, what side is it? It's from a Chinese shop, but $10 is not too bad for me. It's Final Fantasy. As you can see, it's rolled up. I need a sort of thing, but it's essentially, if anyone's seen, there's the top half. It's Final Fantasy Dissidia. So you got the characters from the top half, if you've ever played the game, or if you want to do a quick search on Google, and then the bottom half is, I think, different. You can see that. Hopefully it's coming out well because I can't actually see the screen at the moment. But yeah, that one wouldn't roll out properly. That's why I have to show you like that. That was $10. I thought, why not? So yeah, I'll show you as I was stating in my last video. I went to a Final Fantasy card game tournament for Australia and New Zealand. Well, Australia, but it's for both nations. And you get the play mat. I'm not going to show the cards because we'll be here till fucking Christmas. But we got the play mat, and the guy running the joint give me something else. So this is the play mat. I'm never opening it, so yeah. It is Yuna and Len from Final Fantasy X-2. Yes, I'm not taking it out of the protective wrapping, so you're going to see some flare. But if you look in the top corner, the bottom corner, sorry, it says Final Fantasy Trading Card Game, Australia and New Zealand State Championship 2019. You get that for playing the card game, and obviously I got it for playing. That was essentially $40, but you obviously get stuff with it, card wise. So yeah. But the dude that owned the shop was really nice, and he had the Final Fantasy figures, heaps of them, and he just couldn't get rid of them. He goes, "Oh, do you want a box of Final Fantasy figures? Because we just can't get rid of them." So he gave me the this is the creatures set. This is, as you can see, they're in the box. I'm not going to take them out, but I can show you the back because they are on the back. So there they are. If you want to, hopefully you can read that. If not, look it up online. It's different Final Fantasy creatures. Sorry. Yes, that you could argue was about $40 as well, but he chucked that in because he had heaps of them and he was just trying to get rid of them. So yeah, I'm just trying to think if that is everything to do with that besides the cards, because I'm not showing the cards. It'll take too long. Yeah, so I will pause the video and put this away and then continue with the actual stuff, which is the games. As I said, that's Zelda poster was from last month, but I had to get it laminated. And the three there, well, the poster that was Final Fantasy was this month. I actually should have kept that, but it's easier to take it out now. And the Final Fantasy mat and the Final Fantasy figures were for the cards. But I'll be back in a sec with the other stuff. See you in a sec, guys. We're back. So now that that's out of the way, which I also forgot to mention, the Final Fantasy mat. It's different for each region. So Australia and New Zealand got the X, 10-2 map. UK Europe gets a Final Fantasy 11 map, and if I'm not mistaken, America Canada gets a Final Fantasy 13 map. So they got shafted. Gets 13 shit. But anyway, let's actually continue to the stuff that you probably want to see. So I got one amiibo. I haven't bought one in a while, mind you, but I didn't realize this amiibo just recently got released, and when I saw it, I was like, yep, straight away. So that amiibo is Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, which is the MGS2 Snake. Holy shit, I didn't realize he had one. Like, I was sitting there, like, I walked into, like, EB Games and, like, you know, just browsing around, and they had the new Squirtle and Ivysaur one, which I'm probably going to get eventually. But then I saw Solid Snake and I'm like, okay, I'm buying this. So $20, definitely. It's Metal Gear Solid before 5. So yeah, amazing. $20 for that. So I got 2 Totaku figures. No, they don't do them the way they do anymore. Like, for example, you know how the amiibo has like you got the box and then a lid that sits up like that there, so you need to put it on the racks. Well, they've changed the Totaku ones, so I'll show you. There's 2 of them. There is a Space Invaders. See, it's not got a top on it anymore, and it's not ripped or anything. It's the actual way they've done it now, and I don't like the fact they don't say anything about it anymore. Like, for example, it's just that. But anyway, it's the Space Invaders. It's the alien. I think that's really cool. Yeah, they had heats with these. Probably because they're not shifting. The amiibos aren't really shifting either. $20. So that's cool. And the other Totaku one is one that I definitely was going to get no matter what. Lucky enough, it was a few of them there. That is the Mega Man one. If you can see that, the flare. He looks amazing. And once again, the back doesn't say anything, it just says Mega Man. Yeah. $20. I grabbed this like I did the Solid Snake one. If it's not any flare, you can see that there. It's like thing, but as I said, the flare shit. But yeah, $20 for them. Everything else that I have got is games, so you don't have to worry about any other miscellaneous shit. Let's get started. Let's start with the PlayStation 1 games. So, I said last month my friend, you know, the one selling the Final Fantasy stuff, had games. I, you know, contacted him and said to him, you know, have you got any Final Fantasy stuff left? You know, is there any you didn't get rid of? So he said, I've got a few stuff left that no one's bought yet, so yeah, I grabbed the 2 of them because I was more, at the time, as I said for last month, I was more, you know, I wanted the collector's edition more than anything. If he didn't have the collector's edition, I would have bought these instead of the collector's edition, but thankfully, yeah, collector's edition he did have. But the 2 PS1 games I've got, we have, I'll get this one first as it's easier. The Final Fantasy Anthology. This is Final Fantasy 4 and 5. I have these digitally on PS3. I've never owned them before on PlayStation 1. I do own Final Fantasy 4 and 5, or it's 5 and 6 on the Japanese Super Nintendo. But yeah, I will probably get Final Fantasy 4 on PSP as well one stage, but just says in the back of it, that's what it is. It's complete. No mark on the booklet, no mark on the casing, no mark on the disc. I got that off him for $45, and I'm really happy about that because it means, like, I know these versions aren't really liked because of the really bad loading times, but I'm happy nonetheless to have it in my collection, so yeah, really happy with that. Now the next one was one that I didn't realize is actually worth more than the standard version of it. It's a Final Fantasy game. That is Final Fantasy VI. But if you see under the name, it says Final Fantasy X's Playable Demo Disc for PlayStation 2. Apparently that version is harder to get, and it's more expensive because of obviously the demo of 10 on it. It comes with a demo and all. Of course, it's mint condition, as I said. This guy collected his stuff. I got this off him for 50. But yeah, there's the demo disc with it, and then obviously the game itself. Final Fantasy 10, not 10, sorry. Final Fantasy 6 is amazing. I played it on PS3. But yeah, as soon as, like, as I said, if they didn't have the collector's edition, I would have bought this, like, instead, but I wanted the collector's edition first, but when I give him a ring, he turned around and says, oh, I've still got this in Final Fantasy's Anthology, and I was like, yeah, getting it off you. So, yeah, really happy with that. $50. I definitely cannot complain about that. So yeah, I'll pause the video and continue because, you know, the lag that the SHAREfactory seems to do, but I'll see you in a sec, guys. So moving on, I actually made a mistake. There was a game I did pick up last month that I forgot that I had in the video, so I apologize. That is a PC game, Call of Duty World War II. Got this for $30, and it's full of hackers. I do not like the PC version at all, so I prefer it on PlayStation. But it's the amount of people that hack, and I don't know. It's the player count's dead on it too, so yeah, wasn't worth $30 for sure. But that was supposed to be last month because I forgot to include it because I was fucking retarded. But moving on, we have a PSP game. I didn't get this off my friend. This I actually did find in a shop. So that is the only PSP game I got this month is Final Fantasy 2. They had this in a charity shop, and I was like, definitely grabbing it. It's mint condition, so whoever's looked after this is wow. Like, you could pass that off as a brand new game. So, yeah, I paid $30 for this, so I'm pretty happy with that. I technically only need Final Fantasy 1 English version, and I have all the Final Fantasies on disc. Well, all the main ones anyway, but actually no, I don't have 8 and 9 anymore because I traded them to Devil as he wanted them, so actually I'm missing 8 and 9 again, but I did have them at one stage physically. There's the back. So, yeah. I know Final Fantasy 2 is very disliked. It's like the second most hated main entry Final Fantasy next to 13. But I don't know. I've never played 2. So yeah, that's cool. See what that's like sometime. So moving on, I have a we'll do the Mega Drive games. Sorry. So I've got to explain the color. I will in a minute, but we have Sonic Spinball, right? Love this game. I actually think it's one of the better games in the Sonic series, but now have you noticed it is a silver case? They did have the booklet, by the way, but anyway, the cartridge is silver too. Now I actually read up that some versions of this were in silver cases, some were black. The silver case version was it was exclusive to someone. I can't remember who it was, but it's essentially the same thing. Just someone got exclusive rights for a color, I suppose. But yeah, so it didn't bother me because I fucking love Sonic Spinball. Yeah, I only paid $12 for that, so that's a fucking really good bargain. Yeah, if you want to play this game, I recommend playing the PS3 360 Mega Drive collection, as this is on it. I don't know what the PS4 and Xbox One version is like, so yeah, should be the same. But yeah, so $12 for that. Let us do the PS3 game. I got one PS3 game. One I actually wanted for the sheer fact that it's very good condition, and I paid fuck all for it. That is the Borderlands 2's Game of the Year edition. I actually don't have the Game of the Year edition for this. Technically, I do with the PS4 version and the Vita having half the content, but I don't have the PS3 version's Game of the Year. So you've got the game itself on this disc, and you've got the DLC on this disc, which I don't know why they just got a fucking thing written right over it saying add-on content. But both are on disc, both are there, everything's there for this. Really good condition on the sleeve. Paid $5. Yeah, paid fuck all for this, and I'm really happy because it means I actually don't ever have to buy the DLC. I can just play the DLC straight off the disc, because I never owned the DLC to this on PlayStation 3. So, yeah, because when they give Borderlands 2 out on PlayStation Plus, it was like 2014 or something, they give Borderlands 2 for free. They didn't give any of the DLC that was with it, or at the time that had DLC, so yeah, but yeah, shows the DLC on the back. Yeah, Borderlands 2 is really good for a DLC. So yeah, but yeah, $5. Essentially bought it for the sleeve being in really good condition and the DLC, because I've got the game digitally through PlayStation Plus, and obviously I've got the disc version normally. So yeah, moving on. We have 3 3DS games. First off, we have Asphalt 3D. Yes, that's actually how you pronounce it. These are mobile games that Nintendo seems to have got rights to have on their systems, but I haven't played it. It looks pretty good from what I've actually seen. It's like an arcade Burnout Need for Speed type game. Yeah, it's got licensed cars. If you actually see on the bottom, it does say licensed cars. You can't see with a light, but it's McLaren, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, and Maserati. So you've got your licensed vehicles in there, and then the back of it shows like that. I paid $10 for that. It was a bit more than what some other, like for example, like Borderlands, but 3DS games is becoming hard to get for some reason. I don't know why. So I grabbed it while I could. So $10. I got the two 3DS Final Fantasy rhythm games. So they're together. There's the first one. They're actually called Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy. There's the first one. I haven't played it yet. I've heard they're really good though, because you've got like the music from the Final Fantasy series, and actually has cutscenes from their games, which is pretty fucking impressive. So, excuse me. I don't think 13 would have its cutscenes, because that would be quite big for the 3DS, but yeah, still, if you look on the back, you'll see Final Fantasy X's cutscene on the far right with Yuna in the dress, but this one here on my fingers. But yeah, never played it. I've heard they're actually not bad, so be cool. That cost me $35 for the first one. I got this in EB Games. I got this one in. And the second one, Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call. This is the sequel. I don't know what the sequel is like. I haven't played it either. I've heard it's good as well. If you look in the middle, that is Final Fantasy 14. Is it the original 14 or? Yes, that would be the original 14. So it's got the original 14 cutscene in the middle of the 3 portraits. So yeah, never played this one either. This one was $40. I had to get this off eBay because it's actually quite hard to get. No, I don't know why. Yeah, looking forward to playing it because, I mean, Final Fantasy, I like rhythm games, and if there's one thing Final Fantasy does well is its music, so yeah. That is all my 3DS games. Everything else now is PS4. I will pause the video and I'll see you in a sec, guys. So, actually, all my games I got this have been, for this month for PlayStation 4 has been actually new. So, yeah, I did quite well on some of them too. So we'll actually get started. So I finally got my hands on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I got it for $60. It's the cheapest I could get the game at the time. It's still like $80 anyway. So there's the back if you can, without the shitty fucking reflection. Actually, I'm currently installing it, so I'll see what this is like. I've heard some people say, you get some people saying it's the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. I've heard a few friends that I know for a fact know their Souls games and know their Ninja Gaiden games in particular. They say it's not that good, but I will be the judge of that, of course. I always will try a game, but yeah. 60. Best I could do, but I don't mind because it's like $80 everywhere else. 80 to 100 depending on where you go, actually. I also finally got this game's tanking in price, by the way. Kingdom Hearts 3. This is tanking in price. It's only ready $49. So yeah, I didn't pay that. I actually paid less because I got this in cash converters. I got this in cash converters for $40. So yeah, it's tanking in price very quickly because apparently the game is not as good as it should have been. But there's the back. Yeah. I'm sort of, I'm sort of looking forward to playing it, just only because of the fact that, I'm interested to see what they've done, but yeah, so $40. Will I play it before the end of the year? Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Got this really cheap too. Resident Evil 2, the remake. Not played the remake. I had played the demo. I did play the demo, but not the full game. Resident Evil 2 is an amazing game on the PS1. Yeah. Not much to say. I mean, this game racked up some high scores, but it won't get nominated for Game of the Year as it's a remake. But I've heard this is amazing, but it's got some issues, but we'll see. There's the back. Yeah. I paid $45 for this. Got this in cash converters as well. This is currently $60, in EB games and things, so it's starting to drop finally, but took a long time because I believe this was one of the first games of the year. No, it was one of the first, but it wasn't the first because I know for a fact I believe Ace Combat was the first game of the year. But yeah, happy with that. I also picked up Street Fighter's 30th anniversary. I've wanted this for a while. It launched at 60, 65, 60. It was one of the two. And I thought to myself, I don't really want to pay that. Lucky enough, Target was selling this for $30. So, got it for $30 from Target. And, yeah, I mean, you get Street Fighter 1, 2... Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Hyper 2 Hyper Edition, Street Fighter 2 Super, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, I think that's a PS1 version I accidentally said there, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter 3 Alpha, Street Fighter 3 New Generation. Yeah, you get the fucking drift. It's fucking heaps. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 games on the system. I could have just read the top of that. Fuck me, I'm retarded. But there's 12 games on the system, on the disc. Would have been nice to at least put 4 with it. I mean, 4 would have stuck with, would have gone on the disc no problem, with this DLC. But Capcom's a bit fucking lazy when it comes to stuff like that. And there's the back, thing. I love Street Fighter 3. So it's good to have Street Fighter 3 without having to pay $600 fucking dollars for it. It's not $600. It's about $100 for the disc. Well, roughly. So yeah, really happy with that. Paid $30, as I said. You don't get anything with it though. It's just a fucking a removable cover. It doesn't look that great, to be honest. And the game, you don't get any poster or sticker or anything. But yeah, it's Capcom. I also picked up FIFA 19. It was one I was missing. It's the only one I'm missing besides 20 that just came out. Paid $17 for this on sale. I haven't played it. My cousin played it. I went to D&D yesterday and he stuck it on. And I believe he was playing the fucking foot cards or whatever the shit things they're called. The ones with the cards. I don't touch that shit with the 10-foot pole, so he's playing that and I'll play the story because I actually do want to see where the story goes from the last game, which was actually quite a good game. So yeah, $17 for FIFA 19. It's just standard fucking football shit, so nothing spectacular. There's the back if you really care, but yeah, 17. If you're actually after it at the moment and you live in Australia, it's 17 in EB, so it might be wise to grab it now, maybe, depending, unless you're happy with waiting ages for it to drop to next to nothing, but whatever. I bought this day one, haven't played it because it's still sealed. That is Surge 2. It's obviously the limited edition, which the reason I bought the limited edition is because it's the same price as the standard game. And I thought, well, fuck that. I will rather buy this than the normal version. Only costs $90, so yeah. It comes with a double-sided art poster, 3 lithographs, a comic, and this thing on the front, like the way you move. I forgot what they're called. Lenticular. God, I need to read. But anyway, I really enjoyed the first game. Looking forward to the second one. I have stated that it was going to be a day one purchase for me, and yeah, it's a bonus that the actual game limited edition was the same price, so I thought, well, I'll grab this instead. But yeah, so looking forward to playing this. It was $90, I said, but I'll say it again. So last but not least, if you've been on my PlayStation, if you're on my friends list and you know what I've been playing, that is Borderlands 3. I did buy it day one for one reason. So I bought it day one. It only cost $70 in JB Hi-Fi. I actually have completed the story. I recently have completed the story. The game does things right, but it does things wrong that bring it down from being the best in the series, and it's a fucking shame, really, because it's Gearbox's not opus, but it's their baby. They want to, make it the best they can, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil it because people have not played it. But yeah, there's the back. Not that it really shows anything, to be honest. So $70, and the reason I pre-ordered it is if you pre-order the game, you get a mask. Now, I don't want to spoil anything from the story because there is a part of the game where it actually mentions it, so I will not say what's said. But you get a mask of the Psycho. So, yeah, right? Well, some fucking retard working there. He's a fucking idiot. He had a box sitting on the floor full of them and says, oh, grab a couple. I'm like, what? He goes, oh, we got so many in, just grab a couple. So he handed me another 2. So I got 3. For no fucking reason. I don't care, I wanted 1. But he handed me another 2. So I'm stuck with 3. So, I mean, cool. I do like the Psychos from Borderlands. They're always the star of the show, them and Claptrap. But, yeah. Don't know why. That is everything that I've gotten. I actually haven't even picked up much because I've had Magic's pre-release, the Final Fantasy thing, and, I've had to pay some bills because, fucking government. But anyway, that's everything. I'm actually quite happy with the PS4 pickups because I've been able to knock off a lot of the games this year. The reason I didn't pick up Ni no Kuni 2, Ni no Kuni 1's remaster, because I know someone's going to ask me that. It's only $60 brand new, and honestly, I can wait. There was heaps of copies sitting there, and I love the first. I love Ni no Kuni 1. I love 2 actually. I think 2 is really good as well. So I will eventually get the PS4 version, but I thought to myself, I would rather spend the extra $30 to get the Surge 2's limited edition, because I think it may be a limited edition that may in the future be hard to get. But who knows. So anyhow, thank you for sitting through this long ass video. I'm sorry about the whole mess in the background and having to stop the video here and there. I've probably made an ass of myself with some of the shit that I've said, but everyone makes mistakes. Next video will be more, polished, is what I want to say. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I was going to do Borderlands playthrough, but I'm glad I didn't, because I got really pissed off with some of the fucking writing. So yeah, I don't know what I'm actually going to do for a video. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I might grab myself Final Fantasy 14 subscription for PlayStation 4 and do like a once a week kind of thing where I play as, like, I make a character and I play, a quest. Devil can join me, because I know Devil does have a PS4 account, because I don't think I can use my PS3 account with it, because I actually have played the game on PS3, but yeah. So sorry for going on there, but I just thought I'd throw out a suggestion. But anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. This is Private Mittens. I appreciate watching. Take care and see you later.